being able to create something that means something to someone else. And it seems like bread brings people joy. It can be the centerpiece of a table. It's, usually an accompaniment to a meal, which symbolizes togetherness. My name is Julie Renee Willis, and I run what I call a micro bakery out of my apartment. Working in the position where I was for the paycheck was like not fulfilling. I recognized that I was doing it just for the paycheck, and that I was learning far more at home in my kitchen. That after one more job move, a stint in another professional kitchen here in town, it was at the turn of this year that I just decided, like, why not, let's take a leap. So I specialize in sourdough bread. I do make a gluten-free sourdough, and I also make seasonal pies, but I have the freedom and room to also incorporate other items, again, given that they fit into those standards set forth by the Department of Agriculture. And just having my hands on that work, I learned that I liked it. There's a therapeutic aspect, and I mean that by it's good for me to have my hands on a material, to be working, to be in those rhythms of consistency. And I found it like a good way to just sort of process my life experiences, because it's typically like a quiet work, but you have to focus and produce. So I had a whole bunch of free time on my hands. And I started, for the first time on my own, a sourdough starter, which is equal parts flour and water plus time. So you have to basically just feed it every day and let it sort of come to life and start to ferment. I'm fascinated by the process, and the fact that I was able to produce a living starter, keep it going, and then start to make breads with it, even though they weren't that great at the time. My confidence just started to grow, and honestly, I think Instagram helped me gain that confidence. It's kind of funny, but it's true, because of course I was like posting everything that I would make each day. Some things were wonderful, some things were flops, but it connected me with a global community of bakers. There's power in getting ideas out of our heads and into the material world, and I think a somewhat easy first step in clarifying those dreams and ideas is to just simply pick up a pen or pencil and put it onto paper. You might not have it all or whatever, but you have endured a lot for the most part on your own, yes, with help, but as a solo person, and you're strong, and where you're weak, that's where God can show up.